Hello, Americans. Hello, Patriots. Let's get right to it. How high school is failing kids big time. And how college is having to pick up the slack for what high schools failed to do, only to indoctrinate them. Now, we still find when you graduate high school and you turn 18, you're officially an adult. That's the way it should be. There's no excuse today. Well, today's more sophisticated than it was years ago. You gotta get more time to grow. Well, more time to grow? You're about almost 1/4 through your life when you graduate high school. You don't need much time to grow. I mean, give me a break here. But I think it's about time we restructure these high schools. I think by junior and senior year, we should be preparing these kids for the world. Instead, they're like, well, we should prepare them for college. Why? College is not for everyone. What if you can't afford college? What if you don't want to go to college? What do you have a trade school in mind? Either way, you still need some life skills in order to make it out there. Now, I think we ought to bring back some old-time fashion school in here. Now, I understand for the first 2 years, especially sophomore year, we gotta find out what you're good at. Well, listen, we pretty much know what you're good at. Every student knows what they're good at by the time they get to high school. I mean, I knew what I was good at in school, I knew I was good at in school. And then staying as a change today, I got a 13-year-old go to high school, and we know what she's good at and what she's not, and she does too. I often made the case, if you're not good at math and you hate math, and most people only use basic math skills in life anyway, why would you teach someone who's not good at math, calculus, or algebra in freshman and sophomore year? Now, for the math people who are great at math and love math, give it to them. Let them learn geometry and trigonometry. They're your future engineers anyway, your future architects, your aerospace engineer people, your mechanical engineers. Same thing with science. You're going to know who your scientists are. People who love science will breeze do something like chemistry or physics. But I think we ought to start giving some basic classes again. Civics class is not taught anymore because no one knows how the government works. In fact, they don't want to teach you to get to college, and even then, they don't tell you everything. There is no reason why you should not be given a Constitution class in school. Not just how it works, but what were they thinking when they made the Constitution. And that including reading the Federalist Papers and the not Federalist Papers, because you have the not Federalist Papers. They made the argument against federalism. Learn both. Why did the framers think this way? What was the purpose of this amendment? What was the purpose of this article? What was the purpose of doing this? And then I think they should go on to learn their state constitution, depending what state they're in, because many people don't even know how the state government works. Now, there are similarities, but states have more power granted by the 10th Amendment. I think we ought to be teaching kids, go back to old metal shop, a wood shop, maybe basic plumbing, electricity, how to install an electrical outlet, how to fix a faucet. How about this? How to balance a checkbook, make a budget. Teaching about credit. How's your credit score work? How does credit work? What happens if you run up too much credit? And tell people you can buy a house without a credit score or without having credit. Teaching about saving money. The effects of going poorly in debt. Why buying a new car when you get out of college is a terrible idea. How to buy a house. What to put down. Figure out what house you can afford. Alright? Or maybe bring back some barbershop. People in the cosmetology. Hairstylists. Give them basics. How about this? Teaching them how to shoot a rifle, a 22 caliber rifle, and a 22 caliber handgun, self-defense. Preparing them for life. Why you just call 911? Yeah, because the criminal that has your knife is going to let you call 911. Idiots. But today, people get out of high school and they don't know what to do or what they're going to do. Or how to do it, and they seemed overwhelmed. I mean, if you cannot balance a checkbook and you're going to start a savings and checking account and have a debit card, you ought to know how to use it. You ought to know how it works. You should be able to figure out compound interest. Interest on how a loan works. Investments. Why investing into this bond, maybe junior senior stuff, will work out for you. That's if we live in a good world. The problem is the education was taken over by the federal government. The day before the Department of Education was created, we were number 2 in the world in education. I think only behind Australia. We're now 25 and falling. The federal government has gotten away and dumbed this down on purpose to make us slaves to the banking industry and make us slaves to the government. They teach kids, they brainwash kids, you need to go to college, you need to go to college, you need to go to college. Why? Take out this loan, take out this loan, take out this loan. Sign right here. And that's why they won't teach you how to balance a checkbook in high school. That's why they won't teach you how interest works. This is why they don't tell you how credit works. Or the effects of it, long terms, short term. How it robs you of wealth. How it robs you of freedom. The Bible says you are a slave to your lender. And listen, you don't have to go very far to see where that's not true. Not true. Anyone who racked up student loan debts and credit card debts and bought a new car, who now thought they were getting this type of salary when they got out of college, is finding out now, you got no experience. You start in this level and you work your way up. Well, instead of buying that, at least not Mercedes C-Class, you probably should have bought that 15-year-old Toyota Corolla. And instead of going every day and spending $6 at Starbucks, you probably should have bought your own coffee pot and made your own Starbucks at home, which is not that hard. It really is. I mean, ice cubes, coffee, some chocolate syrup, some whipped cream, or caramel. Boom. There's your whatever drink you got. How does inflation work? How does it affect you? And how you could live and still be successful despite inflation. But the system has failed us, and this is how the government came in and took command of your life with the help of the banking industry. And for your Generation Alpha people who are watching this video, please take notes. For your Generation Z people who are getting out of college or maybe going to college, please take notes. Stop listening to the TV and start listening to yourself. You know what you're good at. You know what you want out of life. I'm sure you have goals and dreams. Pursue them. There's no reason to go in debt for them. And unfortunately, you may have to go to college and play the game of listen to the teacher, regurgitate what they say, and make believe they try and indoctrinate you to get to your real field of study. Just fact check them any way you can, the ones that try and indoctrinate you. And don't feel you have to take part with them in order to feel you belong. Better to live by yourself for the right reasons than with a bunch of deadbeats for the wrong reasons. That's one life lesson I took heart at a very young age. I always kept. But that's what we should be doing in high school. Basic skills. Wood shop, metal shop. The beginning stages of electric shop, plumbing, cosmetology, barber, balancing a checkbook, how does credit work? Because the way it is now, you get out of high school and then you go to a college campus and you got all these credit card companies. Hey, sign up for a credit card, get a free t-shirt. Low introductory rate, 0.9 for the first 12 months. And then 25.65% interest after that. Listen, it was that way back in the 90s. Don't think you need to have a brand new car to impress other people when the only one that you're doing is hurting yourself. Anyway, end of rant. Let me know what you think. What classes would you take up in high school if you had your choice? If you go back and do it again, or if you're in high school now, let us know. What do you want to learn in high school that you think would be useful to you? I could probably come up with a few more, but I've said enough. Keep the country in prayer. God bless you all. We'll talk to you later.